our high schools used to fight at all the games. I was in the high school band, so I used to go to all the games. I can tell you about all that. So I joined the Army, became a helicopter repairman, being a mechanic, ended up becoming a crew chief. I was in the 10th Cavalry, the Buffalo Soldiers. A couple times I was a squadron soldier of the month. I figured out, hey, if you exert a little effort, you can do some stuff. Got out of the Army, went back to Chicago, and it was the summertime in northwest Indiana, 6 blocks away, basically from Lake Michigan. So humidity was horrible. I said, woo, baby, okay, this is not for me. They sent me up to the Monterey Peninsula. For those of you who have been there, Monterey Peninsula is one of the most naturally beautiful places on the planet Earth. And I went back to being 6 blocks away from a steel factory. I said, okay, this ain't going to work. So I decided to come out to California, go to the commercial diving school. Tim and I, matter of fact, we walked up. There was a roster on a bulletin board at the diving school in Wilmington for all the people. There were people that would rent out rooms to diving students because that was a fairly regular turnover. Some people wanted some extra income, so they would rent out rooms. So I looked at him, he looked at me. We could tell we were both in the Army. Hey, okay, so we did. Let's be roommates. Yeah, okay. So I felt good having a ex-Army guy. And I'll tell you what, Tim and I, he was the very first guy I met in Southern California. We've been friends over all these years, and we're still friends. And actually, I trust him completely, and I'm very happy they're still on. Now he and his wife are in our lives. But right after that happened, he joined the Special Forces group at Los Alamitos. At Fort MacArthur. That's where they were headquarters. They would go to Los Al, they had a little outpost there. But he kind of encouraged me to go down to Los Al, and I did. Now, when we left the Army, basically when you first join up, you got to commit to like 6 years. If you do 3 years on active duty, you're still on the hook. So I was still on the hook, but you can come and go between the reserves, no problem. Well, I heard those Huey main rotors running, those sound pressure waves hitting my chest. It was like, okay. So I got back in, and then one thing led to another, and kind of here we are with that. It's funny how fast time flies when you're trying to shoot off the cuff. Over all these decades, when I came to California, joined at the time it doesn't exist anymore. It used to be the old 336 assault helicopter company, then became the 336 aviation company. And then I transferred to the California Guard in 1984 to the old D Troop. One air cavalry troop had scout platoon, gun platoon, utility platoon. They had a blues platoon of infantry. I mean, this thing was like a little one company-sized element was a little mini combined arms army, which was the next step up. Our whole cavalry squadron was that. I was with them for 20 years, from 84 to 2004, before I got kidnapped. Actually, the gentleman who was up here, my roommate from Iraq, we were both kind of kidnapped out of the cavalry squadron into the Black Hawk Battalion. But prior to that, I spent some years in the reserves. I was a crew chief for some of the gentlemen who are here tonight. Then went to flight school, went to the Guard. One thing led to another. I'm a maintenance guy at heart. For those who don't mind working, if you're an aviator in maintenance, a maintenance test pilot, as long as you stick with it, they'll just keep promoting you. Next thing you know, you're CW5. And then the next thing you know, you're turning 60, they want to push you out the door. And when I close my eyes, it's a little farther along, but you've seen some of the pictures of the young Mirko. When I close my eyes, that's who I still see internally. That's the real Mirko. Yeah. The external carrier vehicle, I'll tell you what, I was in Afghanistan 4 years ago. They truly need young studs. It's tough. once you hurt your joints and ligaments, they don't recover. For those of you who haven't discovered that, all you young guys over here. But over all these decades, being a mechanic for a lot of you gentlemen, being a crew chief for a lot of you gentlemen, being a co-pilot for a lot of you gentlemen, then becoming, pilot in command and becoming a test pilot. I was a test flight examiner. It's been a blast. I wouldn't have traded it for anything. I'm serious as a heart attack. It's been such a blast. Life has really been fun. There's no perfect job. Every sword has two edges. Every coin has two sides. But for the most part, it's been a blast. Truly, I can tell you, and I'm not joking, the Lord has been my shepherd over all these years. That picture just before, we were sitting in that bunker thing, and there was a rocket attack siren. Overseas, you get a lot of those. I was Skyping with Judy one morning, and all of a sudden the alarm went off, and I hit the mute button, and I pretended with her like we had an internet connection problem. I didn't want her to know that a rocket attack was starting now, and I had to turn off and go, get in the shelter with the reinforced concrete bunker. But that's just kind of the whole thing, the deployment gig, if you want to put it that way. And now, doing all that stuff, and then you turn 60, and the military says, okay, it's time to leave. Yet, when I look back on it all, over the years, Hueys, Cobras, OH-58s, single pilot aircraft, I would always try to take mechanics or somebody who has not gone with me. Who knows Tom Murphy? I took him on his one and only Cobra ride. I threw him in the front seat on a test flight to come with me. It's cool when you can do that kind of stuff and share some fun and experience with some of your friends. I mean, that's what life is all about. And that's what it's been over all these decades with all of you. That's why you guys are here. And that's why I was very happy to be able to get this place, because it couldn't just be with all of you in some, plain Jane banquet room or something. This whole scenario, or this ambiance, is kind of what we're all about, you know what I mean? So it meant a lot to me to have this place, and I'm very happy that we were able to get this place, that we could celebrate like this. I just want to kind of give you guys all an encouragement. When I say the Lord has been my shepherd, I'm not joking. Over all the years, I've been in some tight spots, and He has gotten me through. I would like to encourage you to please don't forget, if you will depend on Him, He will be your shepherd too. That's what He likes. He likes you to trust Him. So, you know what? Don't fight it. Trust Him. My best advice, whoever doesn't do it, please, if you got a Bible at home, if it hasn't been opened up in a while, please, open it up. The Lord will be your shepherd too. And then you can truly enjoy it. You don't have to do it all yourself. Let Him take the burden. Walk with Him. And truly you can be, you can have that happiness. My name, Mirko, is derived from the Slavic word mir, like the old Russian space station. And that's what that word means. Mir means peace. So Mirko means the peaceful one. Are any of you guys, did any of you listen to Dave Ramsey, the financial coach? At the end of every program, he always says, and if you want to have financial peace, you got to walk daily with the Prince of Peace, Christ Jesus. That's the whole deal. If you walk with Him, you can have peace. They named me well, Mirko. I have that peace, and it's because of Him. I just want you guys, please, don't forget that. It'll work for you just like it does for me. The museum tour now is going to be available. Are you going to do it?
No, James is going to do it.
James is going to do it.